Welcome to Rockit Garage, and I've conned one of my buddies to let me help him clean up his yard. It didn't take too much convincing, but we are going to use the Bobcat this weekend. And I bought a few things. Let's lay that right there. After my initial purchase and look around of this Bobcat, there's not really a whole lot wrong with it. It's in pretty good condition, pretty clean. I don't know when the filters have been changed, so I'm gonna try to change some of the filters today. The strut is blown out on the upper hood grill thing. I don't know. Anyways, let's try to get this stuff done tonight while I have time. That is dirty. Longer pry bar. I'm going to do my best to just knock some of this stuff out so we can go over and actually start using this thing. Should be pretty fun. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I am not a Bobcat mechanic. Haha! I do know that the radiator has been replaced at some point because that's not the original radiator. This might be too short. Wow. I really don't want to pry on the radiator. Ooh, this actually might work pretty good. Ha-ha! Nice. That's convenient. Gonna wear in. Voila, the finest of Amazon. I'm cheap, okay? Don't judge me. Inner and outer air filters, because the ones I have are pretty gross. Also, my fly was down the entire time I just did the opening. That's okay. It's a Wix filter. I might actually go back with a Wix once I go through and do the initial oil change and fluid change. It's just not gonna happen this season. Well, I say season. I'm probably gonna use this thing 4 or 5 times. So I'll keep that because I'm a hoarder. That's probably tight. Dirty. What day is it? I did read somewhere that sometimes this filter cap gets clogged. There is actually no filter element in this at all. That's cool. Apparently this gets clogged. I don't think that one's clogged, but I bought a new one. It actually has the filter element, so we will go ahead and put that on. It's for the hydraulic reservoir. I heard maybe this could be the reason for why I have the hydraulic light on. I don't think it is, but it was cheap enough, and this one was obviously bad, and I didn't know. Cheap enough that replacing it is worth a shot. Let's see how hard this filter is to get off. Everywhere. It probably could use an oil change. Definitely just a cheap filter kit. Okay, doesn't look like any water is in the fuel filter, which is a good thing. Very clean. Might have been regularly serviced. Damn. Fluid's nice and clean. Wow. I don't think you're getting a half turn out of that, but that's what it says. No, we're not getting a half turn out of that, guys. So these bolts were pretty loose in the chain case, but okay, it's a little milky, but it's full. Those chains are brand new. The sprockets are brand new. Dang. Look at that. Wow. Well, I guess I'm just gonna put that back together, seal it up so it doesn't leak, and I'll change that fluid after this trip because those are brand new. Wow. I mean, I just can't believe that. There's one last filter I'm not going to get to, and it's the drain case filter. You got to lift the cab up, which is not hard. It's 2 bolts, lift the cab up, and there's a filter element somewhere in there. I just don't have time to do that on this trip, but already looking at the filters and everything else on this Bobcat, this thing's been well taken care of. Things have been freshened up, parts have been replaced, the filters all look pretty clean. The fluids look good. Oil looks black, but it's diesel. The case, I'm gonna guess it just got rained on, and the rain with this, the top plate, the cover, it just got gray RTB, and you can see it's missing. It just got water in it. Wow, I'm really happy with this purchase so far. Well taken care of machine. Go for a ride? Yeah? Yeah? Truck. One of the main projects that my buddy had was getting rid of this, I guess you would call decking or flooring underneath this carport. I'm assuming that it's where the old owners kept a bunch of rabbits, because it was about a foot thick of rabbit turds. It was disgusting. So we ended up like ramming through it with the skid steer, which not bad. Also, I am just having fun with this, getting the hang of it. This is about the first time I've really put some work into this machine. Definitely a learning curve. This thing's been putting in the work today. I thought we were gonna cut mostly trees, but apparently not. Oh yeah, that pond's coming out. Oh, and you can see me just get absolutely covered in this rat dirt. Oh, it's exactly what I didn't want to happen. That was disgusting. That was straight rabbit crap. You said the tire's flat?
It was. I got a compressor. You want to try pumping it up?
Yeah. This is literally a foot thick of just rabbit poop. So we're trying to get all this cleaned out without getting some sort of disease, I guess. Well, it definitely has fix-a-flat in it.
What's PSI is fucking supposed to be?
Probably like 100. I don't know. 35.
You see a dry rot much?
They're not dry rotted, they're broken in.
Let's see what she's got in there. 0.
Huh.
I'll put 35 or 40.
Put 35. Second big project was getting rid of this plastic or fiberglass pond that was in the corner, full of, you know, just moldy water, and he didn't want it, so we had the skid steer. We're getting rid of it. Pleasant surprise in 3, 2, 1.
There was 2 of them.
Big old catfish.
Yeah, they're both alive.
Oh my God, they just had the ride of their life. We know for a fact there's 2 fishies in this little pond, which surprised the hell out of us. We got one, the other one went back in there, so we dug a little trench so the water can drain out. We're gonna try to catch all the fish, and there's a creek down there, so we're just gonna throw them in the river. Did not expect fish being in there. That's pretty funny. Try to get all this water out because we were trying to save all the fish. I guess broke the dam. I just really made a big hole in the backside of the hill, and let as much water come out as possible, and then filled it back in with everything that I took out. And we kind of backfilled in some rock and debris over that spot just to kind of fill the hole in. Okay, I'm pretty impressed with this machine. We got a lot of work done in essentially about 8 hours worth of work. All the gauges seem to be working, and I believe changing that filter turned that light off because we did not get any lights. Engine stayed cooled the whole time. Ran this thing pretty hard. Next thing I want to do is the taillights and the muffler. That way, you know, it's not blowing soot all out the side. I thought it was just the pipe, and then I got to looking at it and both ends are blown out. Not a big deal, just change the muffler out, put headlights, taillights in it. This thing would be my idea of perfect after that. So I've got some more projects I want to do with this thing. This was essentially just a little first test run, and my buddy needed the help, so might as well make an excuse to get this thing out and working. So there'll be more videos, don't know when, but you'll see it around. Anyways guys, see you on the next one.